In the words of King John from Robin Hood Men in Tights, I woke up, I had breakfast, I had a nice BM, and now I am here, ready to feel Paraguayan, like so many of us will feel Paraguayan. Mactical Tanager is here as well. How are we doing, guys? We are all ready to root on Paraguay. By the end of tonight, we will know if the USA has topped the group or if the Turkey game will still matter. And that's going to matter a lot because we've got some yellows to worry about. We have fitness issues to worry about, and we want to save players for the knockout rounds to worry about. Pete, who do you think wins the World Cup, and do Portugal and Spain recover? I think Spain will recover. Portugal is a more interesting one, I think. They have to play Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. They can both be tough in their own way. And playing with 10 men is hard for Portugal. I mean, it's hard for anybody. But essentially, that's what Portugal is doing. So, today I feel Paraguay, says Steven Spada. All of Paraguay. What have you guys been doing since we retained our spot at the top of the group with 6 points and a +5 goal difference? Turkey fans would be in shambles if they lose. Yeah, I kind of want them to lose. No, I kind of want them to draw. Because then Turkey, Australia, and Paraguay will all go into it on the last day with the 2 out of 3 of them, and all of them could be fighting for 2 points. If they draw, Paraguay and Turkiye will have a point each, and Australia will have 3 points. I just got back from the FIFA Fan Fest for the USA game. Turkey fans were very loud and making lots of noise and waving flags and lots of honking. Good for them. Good for them having a good time. You look great, Pete. Look fresh out of the shower after an amazing performance this afternoon. I did indeed shower. It was a great shower. I went for a walk. I had some ice cream. I did a puzzle. And now I'm here to cheer on Paraguay. Watched some hurling, watched some of the Scotland match, went to school in Scotland, some of Brazil, Haiti. So Brazil has now 4 points. Morocco has 6 points. Scotland has 3. And as we all suspected, Haiti, not much. Pete, who do you see winning the World Cup at this point? I mean, for me, France is still one of the favorites. Spain is one of the favorites still. I'm not going to read too much into that game. Having Lamine Yamal back, playing what's his name on the left is going to help them a lot. Danny Olmo will help them a lot. Do you still dislike Chicago-style pizza? Yes, it's too much cheese. Too much cheese. It's too thick. All right, Morocco has 4 points, not 6. What am I saying? Because they drew with Brazil. So Brazil and Morocco have 4. You're right. Brazil and Morocco have 4. Scotland has 3. Haiti has 0. Next up for Scotland will be Brazil, and Morocco will beat Haiti. So it'll be interesting because both Morocco and Brazil will be trying to, because they drew, the head-to-head for first in the group is going to come down to goal difference. So many Ecuador fans in town today when I was going to and from the pub for the U.S. match. All right. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Paraguay and Turkiye. Okay, so for Paraguay, Orlando Gil is in goal. Juan Cáceres is at the right back. Junior Alonso is their left back. And of course, Gustavo Gomez and Alderete from Sunderland are the center back pairing. Cubas is in midfield along with Matias Galarza from Atlanta United. Miguel Almiron is on the left, also from Atlanta United. Diego Gomez on the right. And up top, Isidro Pita from Red Bull Bragantino with Julio Enciso from Strasbourg. So Almiron is the left winger. So interesting lineup from Paraguay. For Turkey, a lot of Turkish league players. Ugurkan Kachir, Kakir, Chakir is what I'm guessing how you pronounce that. Is the goalkeeper from Galatasaray. Right back is Mert Muldur from Fenerbahce. Kadioglu from Brighton, Ferdi Kadioglu. A lot of you guys should know him. Premier League watchers know him. Abdul Kerim Bardachi, also from Galatasaray. Meri Demiral from Al Ali. And then in the double pivot, you have Ismail Yüksek, also from Fenerbahce. A lot of Turkish league players. And of course, Hakan Çalhanoğlu from Inter. He's their captain. Kenan Yildiz starts this game. He didn't start the last one. That may have been a mistake on the coach's part. Arda Guler as the attacking midfielder. And Yunus Akjun. Akgun or Akjun is on the right. And then up front, you have Kerem Artukoglu. The vast majority of this Turkish lineup plays in the Turkish league, outside of Guler, Yildiz, Çalhanoğlu, and Kadioglu. 6 out of the 11 play in the Turkish league. So that's the starting lineups. I think Paraguay is a good starting lineup. It'll be interesting to see how they do today. Thoughts on combined UK World Cup with all 4 kingdoms? Wow, that's out of the blue. That would be a Great Britain team, right? So Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and the UK. They did that in 2012 for the Olympics. I personally don't think it would do much because who from Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland would start for England? It would still be mostly English. Jacob Ramirez says, Turkey is so mid, they don't know how to play as the better team. They will struggle. Yeah, let's see how they do today. Let's see how they do. A lot at stake here. Neither of these teams have a single point. Both have a negative goal difference. They both badly mean the win. Oh, the UK hosting the World Cup? Sure. I'd love to see it. You know, it's coming home would be the song. But as of now, we would not really see. How come the Turks warm-up jacket is the same as the US warm-up jacket? Thieves. No, kidding. It's probably Nike. Nike just doing a copy and paste. Turkey is neither physical nor do they have tactics. Does UK have big enough stadiums? Yeah, of course they do. They've got massive stadiums. They've got Wembley. They've got Emirates. They've got Old Trafford. They've got City of Manchester Stadium. Tottenham Stadium would be, is big enough. I think they've got enough big stadiums. Celtic Stadium as well probably could be usable. Northern Ireland, I don't know about. But definitely between the UK and Scotland, I'd say they have enough big stadiums. Andy Robertson could make a start for England's left back. Potentially. Yeah, potentially. We need a Paraguay masterclass tonight. Yes, we do. Hoping for a draw or a Paraguay win. Yes, we would all take a draw as well. A Paraguay win would be nice. And then we could use our starters and rest. We could use our bench and rest our starters against Turkiye. Need Paraguay to tie or win. Yep. Yes, we do. Is Saudi co-hosting with anyone? Maybe UAE? No, I think it's just Saudi Arabia. That's in 2034. But the next one sounds really fun. The next one's in Morocco, Spain, and Portugal. Honestly, start saving your money, lads, because that seems like a kind of World Cup I would want to go to. 3 incredible countries. Traveling around, watching the games, doing the live streams if I'm still on YouTube. That would be a really fun road trip. Buy a boat. Yeah, you got to get a boat to go back and forth. I'm sure flights would be expensive. Get a little houseboat and just park it off the harbor there. Could be a lot of fun. 2038 is most likely the US again. Boy, 2038 feels far away. That's 12 years from now. All right, Gustavo Alfonso, the Paraguay coach. Let's hope Paraguay's not as dirty as they were when they played us. Let's hope they try to play some football. 2038 in Thailand. I promise you, Thailand does not have the facilities for it. Pete, how did Russia 2018 deal with traveling and logistics given Russia is so big? I mean, it's not a Russia itself is so big, but it didn't have any on the East Coast. They were all, I mean, on the the East Coast. They had them all on the western side of Russia, so it wasn't that big in the end. Surprised by the Mexico versus Scotland game? Mexico? You mean Morocco? If the USA win the World Cup, you should dye your hair. Guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The USA is not winning the World Cup. We are hoping to make a deep run, and that would be success for us. We can't get too high just because of 2 wins against, Paraguay and Australia. We still look quite vulnerable at the back. Believe, Pete. Yes, we are, Pete. But what if they did? Guys, can we have that conversation when we make it to a semifinal? It's like, come on. We know, look, I'm a fan. And the fan in me wants to believe, hell yeah, we're going to go all the way. America, fuck yeah, sure. That's the fan in me. But I'm also an analyst. And the analyst in me is going, as soon as we come up against a really cohesive attack with incredible wingers, we are going to get destroyed. Okay, so as much as I want to believe and I want to be a fan and I want to lose my mind in the possibilities and dream and swim in it, I'm too much of a realist. No, you guys can be delusional. I'm just telling you what I believe. You can believe all you want. In fact, you should. Let go of the analytical and embrace the dream, right? But reality is, guys, a good World Cup for us would be a quarterfinal. Quarterfinal would be a good World Cup. There are 48 teams. One team is going to win. Arda Guler looks like such a little boy. He looks so young. It looks like he's in high school. Your analyst has 4 years to analyze. It's World Cup time. Let the fan out. USA 2026 World Cup champions, baby. Look, guys. I've seen too many World Cups in my life to know that, honestly, if we pull Morocco and get 4th place in the World Cup, every single one of us would be over the moon. Over the moon, right? Winning is not really in the cards. Like, let's be honest, right? Then that's okay. What we wanted to see from this World Cup was what? Progress. We wanted to see progress from 2022, real solid progress. And I think we will. And I think we shouldn't get too high just yet. Take the wins, stay measured. Hopefully we get to rest our guys, which would be very good for the knockout rounds. But I think there's a lot of promise and possibility there, right? Montella looks clueless. Poor Montella. Sometimes I envy these coaches who coach national teams, especially like they go to a different country and they spend a few years there. They only work every 2 months or so, right? And the rest of the time they get to live in this incredible country and try incredible food and immerse themselves in a different culture. And how cool is that, And then they get to try to help this country's dreams come true. I've always thought that's such a fun life, You don't have to work that hard. It's not like club soccer. All right, game is about to kick off. Paraguay, our hopes and dreams rest on your shoulders so that we can rest our starters versus Turkiye. The game is kicked off. It'll be a long ball, and Paraguay headed away. I think Turkey's going to have a lot of the ball again. The way that Paraguay play, I don't see them having a lot of the ball. I think it's going to be Turkiye a lot trying to break down Paraguay. Turkish fans are being loud and proud. Yeah, we need a Julio Enciso masterclass. Pete, why does Poch not rate Trusty? I don't think it's that he doesn't rate Trusty. I just don't think he rates him as much as Reem. And that's why he brought Trusty on for to play left back. But Trusty may start against Turkiye. especially if Turkey don't win today and the result doesn't matter. I'd say let's go full scrubs. Keep Matt Freese in goal for the experience. Go back three of Joe Scally, Mark McKenzie, and Austin Trusty. Midfield can be Sebastian Berhalter and, oh, come on, Paraguay. Let's go. Shoot! Oh, go! Go! Paraguay takes the lead. What an incredible goal. What an incredible goal. Let's go. Oh, we are edging closer and closer to first in the group. Pardon me for the use of the word edging. But in this context, it matters, lads. Woo! All right, Paraguay with the early lead. Wow, Gustavo Alfaro is so calm. Vincenzo Montella, hey, don't worry. We got another 89 minutes. Come on. Wow, just picked up that loose ball. What a strike into the corner from outside the box. Is that a Trivela? No, not a Trivela. Beautifully done. Wow. Golazzo. Turkey are really down bad, huh? Conceded 3, scored 0. Dang. Wow. Turkey is ready for Thanksgiving. That's all I can say. Oof. All right. How are Turkey going to respond here? There's still lots of time left. But remember, all we need is for Turkey not to win. Thai commentary? No, I'm not going to do Thai commentary. There's no ties in the chat. Paraguay 1, hairline fixers 0. Wow. Actually, I've not been to Turkey. Well, I have, but that's the airport, so it doesn't count. But everything I hear is it's a really incredible place to visit. It's on my bucket list. Mediterranean country, right on the doorstep of both Asia and Europe. Seems like an incredible place. I'd love to go to one of their derbies. Fenerbahce, Galatasaray. Oof. Yellow card for Galarza. Wow, the guy who scored is now on a yellow. Let's go. Ooh. He stepped on Kadioglu's. No. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, dude. Oh, this referee. Oh, we don't like this guy. This guy has reffed CONCACAF matches so many times. And he's always terrible. Yeah, it's Ivan Barton. Oh my God. Someone says the people in Turkey kind of suck for tourists. They're always trying to scam you. Dude, that's most countries. That's part of the fun. They try to scam you. You laugh, you barter, you say no, you call them out gently. Everyone has a good laugh. That's most of the world. The ref hates the US. Yeah, he does. He's reffed so many US games and always been really, like, especially against CONCACAF teams, he doesn't punish the CONCACAF teams at all. He's on Mexico's payroll. It's Ivan Barton, guys. You know him if you've watched enough CONCACAF games. All right, Turkey down the left. Cleared by Paraguay. Yeah, they're eliminated with a loss, which means that game, both teams will have nothing to play for. If Turkey lose this, they will have nothing to play for, and neither will the US. So it will kind of be like a World Cup friendly. Free kick for Paraguay in their own half. Love the content, Peter. Thank you. Gustavo Gomez going to take this free kick for Paraguay. Wasn't he the guy that got bribed? Oh, I don't know. Was he? I didn't hear about that. Bring out the beers, Pete. I don't have any beers actually. I have some rum, so I made a pina colada, which was delicious, but no beers today. Tack is the fun dad and Pete is the strict mom. Dude, Tack doesn't drink beers either. Pete, what beers do you usually drink? I don't like anything too hoppy. I like a light beer, like a wheat beer. Like a wheat beer is kind of my go-to. Like I love an Allagash White. Do you guys know what an Allagash White is? That's one of my favorite beers. Or I like them really dark, like a Guinness. But I don't like anything like IPA as much. It's a little too hoppy for me. But give me a Allagash White or a Guinness, and I'm happy. Yes, you have one for me. What's up, Pete? About to eat some Thai food in a bit. Nice. What Thai food? What food are you having? What dish? Singha, Chang, or Leo? Oh, Singha. No, Chang. Chang, definitely Chang. Chang, it goes Chang, Singha, Leo. Putmin. Oh, nice. Nice, Jeffrey. Enjoy. Let's go. Paraguay attacking again. Make it 2-0. Pete, this makes the Paraguay win pretty good, to be honest. Yeah. Or Turkey were just so bad. I don't know which. Pete, do you like German beer? Some of them's not bad. I like a Radler. Essentially a shandy, but with lemon juice instead of Sprite. I kind of like that. I haven't had a ton of German beers, to be honest. I had a few, but not as many. I only visited Germany once, and it was Christmas time, so everyone was drinking mulled wine, which I did not enjoy. Murky turkey. Okay, Arda Guler switches it out wide. Turkey's going to be doing all the attacking. Good block. Nice defending by Cáceres. Throw in for Turkiye. I miss Berhalter and Roldan starting. Hey, no heresy in this cult. No heresy in this cult. Did you watch the USMNT doc? No, I did not. I just narratives that documentaries try to craft about a team. Like I saw this team play on the field. That's all I need to know. I frankly don't care who Tyler Adams is best friends with and, whose dogs like to play together. That doesn't do anything for me. I watch them on the field and that's all I need. If I knew you had Puerto Rican genes, Pete, Pina Colada is Puerto Rico, USA. I did not know that. I did not know that. But I'm very good. One of my best friends is Puerto Rican. Could we take on the Dutch this go around? I mean, can you imagine Cody Gakpo running at us? I don't know. I just don't know that would work. The ref is going to turn this game into WWE. I don't think the ref is going to. I think some of the players might, but it wasn't that bad. The clip of Tyler's kid rolling over for the first time was hilarious in it. Yeah, I just don't. It's not that I don't care about their personal lives, but yeah, I mostly don't care about their personal lives. To me, yes, they are humans and they have personal lives, and I want them to be happy and fulfilled and, do things they love and get married and have kids and whatever they want to do. I just don't invest time in keeping up with their personal lives, if that makes sense. It doesn't do anything for me. Like I don't care if you're happy at home and you have a great relationship with your wife and your kid rolled over and said dada, great. But to me, what I care about is what you do on the pitch. I'll watch Ted Lasso for personal lives. We're watching the future USMNT, Pete. By the time those kids are old enough to play, I may not even be on YouTube anymore. So who knows? Gio Reyna's about to have a kid. We saw that. His wife is pregnant. And if you listen very quietly into the future, you can hear 20 years from now, Sebastian Berhalter, the USMNT coach, telling this Reyna kid that he will play in a limited World Cup and won't get many minutes. And then he will talk about it in a press conference. Petition for Chris Stapleton anthem in quarters. What's the Chris Stapleton anthem? Chris Stapleton. Who's Chris Stapleton? Sometimes I show my pop culture ignorance on this channel. All right, so Turkey really having all of the ball. Paraguay just going to sit deep and play haram ball now because that's what they do best. And last time, Turkiye couldn't break down, but I think they will this time. If they have this much of the ball, it's going to be very hard to see them not. Ooh, Paraguay win it. Can they break? Oh, Enciso. No support. No support. Same guy who sings Alabama Style. What's Alabama Style? Charlie Puth anthem was killer in the Super Bowl. Hello, Mr. Masney. If USMNT plays the likes of Senegal, Norway, or Ecuador in the round of 32, how concerned would you be? Well, we beat Senegal, right? So that would be quite encouraging. Norway, can you imagine Erling Haaland going up against Tim Ream? I would definitely be concerned, for sure. Oh, here comes Turkiye in transition. Cross, cleared. Picked up, crossed, edge of the box, over the bar, Arda Guler. Oh my God, Arda Guler. Come on, man. You got to at least put that on target. Bro, he snatched at that. Dude, go to your prom. Seriously, this kid looks like, geez, he looks so young. Imagine the French attack versus our back line. We are cooked. We are cooked on the French attack. P, you sounded like JP de Camalera or whatever his name is there. Corner. How was that a corner? Guler shot that. How was that a corner? What? This guy, Ivan Barton, is so crazy. He feels like he makes things worse with the way he communicates with the players. He's not a calming influence on the game. He wants to hype up the game. Like he wants to make it all about him. So he goes charging in. Refs should be, the less you notice a ref, the better a job he's doing. Turkey go all the way back to their keeper here. Australians are arguing the ref was biased toward the USMNT. What drugs are they on? That ref hated us. Dude, I've lost so much respect for the Aussies after this game. Like, they can't even be good losers. Some of them, of course, were, but so many of them are mad on Twitter. First of all, they should have had 2 yellow cards for 2 fouls on Tyler Adams in the opening 7 minutes of the game, and they're lucky they didn't, first of all. Other than that, I don't really see any call. We got some yellow cards. They got some yellow cards. I thought he reffed that pretty fairly. But if they're whining about it, they're being losers. They need to grow a pair, accept that we're better than them, and move on and focus on trying to beat Paraguay. They really think there's something they're not. Do you think Kevin Sullivan has more hype than Pulisic did when he first came on the scene? I think he's got more hype because he's in MLS. That's what I think. I think MLS has hyped him up. And he's a good player. He's a very good player. But at the same age, I don't think it's close with him and Christian Pulisic. I think Mathis Albert is a lot closer to Christian Pulisic um, than Cavan is. Cavan reminds me of like a hybrid Gio Reyna, Weston McKennie type. Not as smooth as Gio Reyna, more box to box like Weston McKennie, but with a bit more creative instincts. Just my opinion, though. We'll see how he does. I think Mathis will be part of the next cycle. Oh, I think Cavan will be too. Turkiye really going to have a ton of the ball. We're only 16 minutes in. They haven't really created um, any meaningful chances here. I'm excited for qualifiers again. 4 years without that pressure was boring. Yeah, but is there going to be any pressure since 6.5 teams qualify? It's one thing when 3.5 teams qualify, but 6.5 teams, I feel like the pressure is not going to be that high, you know? This ref is the literal definition of a DEI hire. No, come on. There's refs from all over the world. What's your background on reason living in Thailand? I was born there. I was born in Thailand. My parents were working out there. Born and raised, spent the first 18 years of my life there. Have you looked at how the groups play out? No, because we have no idea how the groups play out until the third games are all played. Yeah, this is a CONCACAF ref, guys. This is a CONCACAF ref. He really likes to be the center of attention. Ooh. Gustavo Gomez is so angry all the time. Remember in the last game that he was screaming at the referee? Cleared. Turkey back in. Oh, can they get something in transition here? Ivan the Terrible Barton, bro. But Jesse Marsh's reactions are going viral. He's getting all these GIFs. Yeah, that's why he's doing it. Jesse Marsh does that because he loves the spotlight. He would be so happy if instead of televising the game, they had the camera on him the whole time. He does all these nonsense things. They're very performative. He wants GIFs and memes to be made about him. Pete, were your parents missionaries by any chance? Sort of missionaries, yeah. They did, a lot of more like charity work and stuff. Miggy was so fun in Atlanta United. Isn't he back at Atlanta United and he's doing nothing? It's crazy the downfall of Atlanta United. They're so bad. When Miggy and Joseph were there, they were so good the first time round. And it's just been this crazy downfall since. Yeah, he's there now. All right. Turkiye still trying. 20 minutes. They haven't really created anything so far. Pete is a Scientologist. He knows Tom Cruise. I actually live like 2 blocks over from the Scientology Center here in LA. It's very close by. But they haven't gotten me yet. And believe me, they've tried. I'm like, so what is this alien that you guys? No, they haven't tried. But you hear stuff and you're like, huh? Did you go to International School of Bangkok? No, I did not. I went to Thai school. Combination of Thai school and being homeschooled. Combination of the two. Oh, cleared. Did you storm the Scientology building? No, no, they've got great security there. Don't ask me how I know, but they do. Kowit? Kowit? Oh, Kowit, are you Thai? Pete, did you have to do the Thai Army lottery? No, that's only for Thai citizens. Thai, you don't get citizenship just because you're born there. Just because you're born there, they don't give you citizenship. It's not like the US where we give you citizenship if you're born there. They're like, so you're American blood from both parents. You're not Thai. It doesn't matter if you're born here. They don't give it to you. All right. Turkey stymies this Paraguay attack, and Enciso is not happy. Pete, how was it visiting Ginu? Well, Pete getting kicked out of Scientology by the bouncer. Oh, here comes Fadioglu. Oh, down the left. Foul. Dude, Ivan Barton, you can call a foul without making sure the entire stadium hears you. This guy is so performative. Him and Jesse Marsh should start a boy band. Yeah, that was a foul. Pushed him right over. Pete, you like boat noodles or pho more? I'm not a big pho fan. I prefer boat noodles. I'm not a big fan of soups in general. Will you and Tack do a twerk off if we make it to quarterfinals? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, free kick for Turkiye here. Trust me, nobody wants to see that. We're not Jesse Marsh. We're not doing this for the GIFs. What do you mean, why not? Nobody wants to see that, number one. Number two, we don't want to do that. And number three, can you imagine the GIFs they would make of us doing that? Spicy Jeff, it would make Spicy Jeff's day. Spicy Jeff would never recover from that. He'd be so excited. Pete, did you see Jesse Marsh screaming the Canadian national anthem? Yeah, I did. And I don't have a problem with the coach singing the national anthem. It just, with Jesse, everything feels like a show. Everything feels like a performance. Nothing feels genuine with him. That's the problem. Spicy Jeff wants to see it. Oh, yes. Well, Spicy Jeff will have to wait another lifetime for that. Dude, how does Arda Guler play for Real Madrid? I don't get it. Guler is a little goblin. Hi, everyone. Guess I have to go by non-Spicy Jeff. No, that's okay. You can just be Jeff. Spicy Jeff is very distinct. You can't miss him. Can Guler do anything but take pot shots from 30 yards? Yeah, apparently not. Wow. Turkey have still created nothing. Where the third place 3-point Australia team make it through, it depends on their goal difference. Right now, their goal difference is 0. Right? So it's hard to say. Depends on their goal difference compared to everybody else's. But right now, Paraguay has a worse goal difference. Well, if Paraguay wins today and they beat Australia, then they would qualify second with 6 points. Hydration commercial break. Hydration commercial break. Do I buy tickets to Levi's Stadium? What do you mean? What's Levi's Stadium? Should we send Spicy Jeff to Cambodia? I think Spicy Jeff would enjoy Thailand more than Cambodia. Can't exactly say why, but I just have a hunch. I think Thailand might be more up Spicy Jeff's alley. Christian Roldan is Paraguay's biggest fan tonight. He starts next match if they win. LOL. That's true. I'll bet you all the backups are really praying that Paraguay wins this so that they can start against Turkey. How do you say hello, how are you in Thailand? You say Sawadee krap, that's hello. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you say Sawadee ka. And then how are you? You would say Pen yang rai bang. We are not ready to talk about Roldan scoring a World Cup goal. No, we are not. No, we are not. Weah getting no minutes so far. No, what are you saying? He got minutes against Paraguay. Remember? He got minutes against Paraguay. USA Turkiye is going to be a goal fest. Yeah, it really is. Pete, how fluent are you in Thai? I would say I used to be fluent when I lived there, but it's been a long time now. So I would say maybe 90% fluent. We need Pete to recruit Taiwan dual nats. It's not Taiwan, Jonathan. It's Thailand. It's Thailand, different country. Taiwan is a tiny island off of China that China thinks is theirs. Thailand is a whole different country. Everyone talking about Turkey winning the group and they may not get a point. LOL. Oh my god. Imagine Roldan plays good and then Poch starts him in the round of 32. Oh my god. Antong says, thank you, Antong. I just turned in. Turkey are done for. Paraguay won't play anymore. We should learn how they do the dark arts. We might have to do it in the knockout stage. I mean, I think it's a little too early to say that Turkey are done for, but I do agree with you that Paraguay definitely knows the dark arts of yeah. We call it CONCACAFing, but they probably just call it football. Is it Turkiye or Turkiya? I've heard both. I think it's Turkiye. I think they say it Turkiye, but I could be wrong. I've heard it pronounced mostly Turkiye. Did you see Ghana doing voodoo against Panama? I did not see that. Pete can lead the Thai army against the Cambodian USMNT haters. All right, corner for Turkey, and Kalanoglu is going to take it. About 2 years ago, I used to think Pete was the fight and win guy, but I realized I was wrong. I am insulted, sir. I am insulted. All I know is that chicken is greater than turkey, 100%. Turkey, to me, is one of the most overrated meats on the planet. Kind of like Turkey, the country, one of the most overrated teams at the World Cup. People go, whenever I go, Turkey's not that good. People go, that's because you haven't had it prepared right. You have to really baste it in a lot of sauce, and you have to stuff it, and you have to leave it in the oven for a long time. Then you have to lather it with gravy or whatever they put on it. And I'm like, if you need 15 hours to make a dry, bland meat slightly edible, it is not a good meat. Okay? I just don't like it. I would give me ham at Christmas or Thanksgiving over turkey every time. Every time. Turkey is amazing. Well, I gotta agree. We gotta agree to disagree because I don't think Turkey's all that. Pete, how come you tuned out of Canada game as soon as all the drama was going to start? Because I knew I had a big day today. I did 4. almost 5 hours of streaming this morning and 2 hours of streaming tonight for this game. So I was going to have 7 hours of streaming. So I knew it was going to be a lot on my voice. So I decided not to finish. Also, the game was over. It was 3-0. There was already one red card. It was over. You need to brine your turkey. It will be juicy and moist. Again, ham tastes so good without all these extra ingredients. Like, it can be delicious without all of this. You know what I mean? It's like if I have to do so much to make it edible, then maybe it's just not worth eating. Let's see. Brisket is great, though. Brisket and ribs are the shit. Oh, here comes Turkiye. Nice defending by Paraguay. Gustavo Gomes just gave it away. They're in the box. Excellent tackle. Really good tackle by Alderete there. Front, Hagis and Dejas Gio. Mid, Aronson, Berhalter. I think I'd give Pepe a start. I'd be okay with Hagi starting, but I think I'd give Pepe the start with his hold-up play, and then let him play with Gio, and yeah, probably Zendejas. Zendejas and Gio, and then yeah, Aronson and Berhalter in the double pivot. That's what I would do too. Woodby says, I am stuck with Telemundo and I do not speak Spanish. Thank you for the amazing commentary. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the channel. Guys, there are 900 plus people in the chat right now. Let's smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. Other people can find this channel too. As we grow during the World Cup, could you show us your Muay Thai skills, please? Be a little hard to show you here. I did take a little Muay Thai when I was a kid, but I'm not that good at it. I'm better at other martial arts. Okay, who is Thailand's country hero, singer, athlete, etc.? Oh boy. So I'll say this. It's been a while since I've lived there. I left Thailand in 2007. So it's been almost 20 years since I left Thailand. So I'm not really caught up on their latest stuff, to be honest. I would like to go back and visit, though, because it is where I grew up. Lisa, probably a fair shout. I think she's probably one of their biggest pop stars right now, but isn't she half Korean, half Thai? Or is she full Thai? Oh, Turkey's in. Good defending, Gustavo Gomez. Honestly, Turkey don't look like scoring. They really don't. Holy shit, why don't you go back? Because I've been busy trying to build a career and a life for myself, number one. And number two, there's also so much of the world to see. Why would I go all the way back to a place I've already been before, right? Like next month, I'm going to Colombia. I've never been to Colombia before. I'm excited to go to Colombia and see South America, or at least a small part of it. So I'd love to go back to Thailand for sure. My mom still lives there and two of my brothers live there, but there's also so much of the world to see, you know? Someone says I'm a black belt in karate, but my back hurts right now. Have you watched White Lotus season 3? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Turkey. Oh, off 2 posts. Oh, guys, the gods are with us. 2 posts, but Turkey did not score. Thank you, Zeus. Thank the gods. All the gods, whichever one you pray to. Nice. What part of Colombia? My family is from La Costa. Just going to Bogota and Medellin. Wow. Wow. 2 posts. 2 posts. Oh, womp bonk. How unlucky for Turkey. 2 posts. But we'll take it. It's still 1-0, which means as of right now, the USMNT is topping this group. I mean, winning this group. We're already topping it. Lurky the Turkey, heard you don't like turkey. Yay. I mean, I guess Lurky should like that because that means less likely for Lurky to be eaten. One of my favorite places is Belize. Is Belize in the Caribbean? I would love to go to the Caribbean. Pete, have you been to Cambodia? I actually have not. But if I go to Cambodia, I will be sure to let you all know. to go search out the USMNT haters that seem to reside there. P, do you speak Spanish? I don't. I can say very, very little in Spanish. There's a place in Thailand called Fuck It. No. I don't know why they spell it like that. It's not, it's called Phuket. But for some reason, they print it out in phonetics as Phuket, which does give the impression that you pronounce it fuck it. Oh my God, Paraguay? Shot! Enciso. Blocked. Turkey clears. Belize is right under the Yucatan Peninsula, right under Mexico. Okay. I want to go. Enciso, you have someone to your right. There you go. Make it 2-0. Safe. Oh, come on. Follow up, lads. Were you in the series The Rookie? I was not. I would love to be in the series The Rookie, but I was not. What even is this Paraguay team, bro? Ivan Barton, what's happening now? He's running to the coaches to yellow somebody. He's going to yellow Montella. Oh, this guy is such a clown. That's him telling the coach to come close. He can't just be like, come here. He's got to be like, bro, chill. You're not a movie star. You're fucking a referee. Audition for Ted Lasso, Pete. Yeah, it's not how that works. Getting an audition for Apple TV shows is notoriously hard because they get a lot of names. Paraguay wins, we won the group. Even if Paraguay draws, we won the group. So right now, it's looking very good for us. Is this a CONCACAF ref? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know, man. Turkey's build-up just looks so ponderous. So slow and so ponderous. It's looking good for us, boys. Almost 1,000 people in the chat, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Oh, here comes Paraguay. Paraguay fouled. No, he got the ball. Turkey back in transition now. Turkey in transition. Oh, no. Get up. Get up. Oh, the diving is ridiculous. Oh, get up. He's saying that Alderete got him in the face. Or was it Gustavo Gomez? Let me see what happens here. I want to see this replay. Oh, no, they're showing Paraguay's shot. Show us what happened to this guy's face since he was making such a big deal about it. Probably nothing. Tac canceled his Brazil stream early to work on his 7 things video. Yeah, guys, it's a lot. I have to, when I get up in the morning tomorrow, not only watch the games, but also have to do the Patreon video. So I have to do the Patreon video tomorrow. Yeah, and then my girl and I are going hiking up in the LA National Forest in the evening. So San Fran 30 says, versus Turkey, front 2. Pepe and Haji in the attack. Aronson, Zendejas in the pivot. Oh, no, attacking midfield is Aronson and Zendejas. Pivot is Gio and Berhalter. I would have Gio higher up the field. But I see your point. Left wing back Arston, right wing back Weah, back 3 Trusty Richards, McKenzie, goalkeeper Freeman. I wouldn't risk Richards, Richards is also on a yellow card. You do not want to risk losing Richards, injury, nothing. I would not risk Richards. I would let McKenzie, Joe Scally, and Austin Trusty have the back 3. That's what I would do. But I'm close to what you would do, basically. Goalkeeper Freeman? Oh, what are you saying? You mean Freese. I think you mean freeze. All right. Freeze at goalkeeper. LOL, my bad. Yeah, I figured. When you were there all those years, who was idolized? In Thailand, I think one of the biggest pop stars was probably Tata Young. Which, again, this was a long time ago, guys. Tata Young. There were some um, Thai country music stars that were Swedish. Swedish and British. Their names were Jonas and Christie, and they used to sing Thai country music, which is notoriously difficult to sing. So they were idolized for that reason. Um, Paradon Srichapan was like a very famous tennis player from Thailand. I think at his peak, for a very short period of time, he was like rated 24th in the world or something. So I think for the Thais, that was a very big deal. Trying to think who else. They're footballers. They had one guy named Zico who was Thai, but his nickname was Zico. They didn't really have any great footballers while I was there. But yeah, essentially that. Oh yeah, Kittisak Senamung, that was his name. Zico was his nickname, but Kittisak Senamung was his. He was probably Thailand's best player, and like for the Thais, if you were good, like they're, you know how we all want our guys to leave MLS and go play in Europe. In Thailand, it was like he was so good he got to go play in the Singaporean league, which was better than the Thai league at the time. And if you were incredible, like generational talent, it was like, could he play in the UAE? That was kind of what it was while I was there. Yeah, I guess Tiger Woods, but Thais couldn't really claim Tiger Woods. They liked him a lot because he was half Thai. His mom was Thai. But like there's nothing Thai about Tiger Woods. Except for the cheating. Except for the cheating on his girl. That shit is so common in Thailand, it's like universally understood over there. They call it Mia Noi, which basically means smaller woman. That's like the literal translation of it. And people openly joke, like it's an open secret. Like women know that their husbands have a Mia Noi. It basically means mistress, but it means like, you know, smaller woman or smaller partner. Like you're lesser because you're not a wife. So I think in that sense, they did relate to Tiger Woods a fair bit. How do you deal with the stress, tiredness from work affecting your happiness or day-to-day mood? My job and worries for college are kicking my butt right now. That's a great question, George the Monkey Drummer. I'll be honest, man. I don't always sleep so well. My job is such that my routine, I don't really have a routine, right? I have to divide my time and juggle between my acting career and doing this. And it's not easy because if you have another job that gives you paid time off or sick leave, you can just, if you're not working, you're still making money. Every time I'm not working, I'm not making money, right? And so I have to do a lot of work. Working for yourself is tough because it's just your time, you're never really off the clock, and you have to try to create time to be off the clock mentally. Because even when you're off the clock, your mind is constantly thinking about your business. Oh, what do I need to do? What video do I need to make? Should I have done that audition? Why am I not getting the kind of auditions that I want? Should I, schedule a call with my manager? All that shit, right? So, but what I would say is try to have a few things away from, work and college that you enjoy, that are totally within your control. Because like I'm guessing with college, are you applying for colleges or did you get into one? I would say try to have hobbies. Here's my theory about life, okay? I'll sum it up for you. I've always believed that to be happy in life, you need three things. You need meaningful work, and meaningful work can look like very different things to very different people. For some people, meaningful work can be, I don't love the job, but it helps me to support my family and raise my kids well, and that's meaningful to me. So some kind of meaningful work, and meaning is decided by you. Number two is community, right? You need strong community. We are creatures of community. We've existed evolutionarily. We've existed in tribes for most of our existence. We need each other. There are a few people in the world who are loners and who can be alone for long periods of time, But for most of us, that's not healthy. Community is really important to a happy life. Build community with your friends, with your family, invest in it, right? Go do hobbies you love in groups, right? If you like hiking, join a hiking group. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, join Dungeons and Dragons. Pokemon trading groups. Whatever it is that you're into, join groups, and there you'll meet other like-minded people and hopefully build some kind of regular community. Number 3, you need adventure. As a man, especially, but as a woman, everyone, you need adventure. You need new experiences. So take time in life. If you have those 3 things, if you put 90% of your time and energy and resources into meaningful work, community, and adventure, I think you can be truly happy. That's what I honestly believe. And I don't know if that fully answers your question, but that's what I always try to remind myself of. So when I'm doing stuff, is it fulfilling at least one of those 3 things? If it is, great. If it's, fulfilling 2, even better. But hang in there, George. Hang in there. I can relate so much to work stress and how much it, affects you. ESPN, Google, and FIFA say we're playing a 4-2-3-1. I thought we were playing a 3-4-2-1. Can you explain it to me? What is Even Barton doing now? Wait, what is happening? I'll explain this to you in just a sec, Dominican Stud. I just want to make sure. This guy really likes to be the center of attention. What is he looking at? Oh, he covered his mouth. He covered his mouth. Almiron covered his mouth. He's not, technically, that's a red card. That's a red card. He said something to him and covered his mouth. It's a red card. Almiron is off. Shit, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to cover your mouth. That's literally in the rules. I mean, look, it's an insane rule. I get the spirit of the rule. Dude, Miggy Almiron is off for covering his mouth. You're not allowed to cover your mouth when you're in a fighting situation. Oh no, Paraguay are down to 10 men, guys. That's not good for us. So this rule, they implemented it to try to stop people from making racist comments, which people tend to do behind their behind, a shirt or a hand. The problem with this rule is it's tough to it's only specifically referring to conversations where there's clearly some kind of animosity there. And that to me seems like a very subjective thing. But in this case, guys, I do believe it was applied correctly because he was clearly in some kind of a verbal spat. It is the rule. I kind of think it's probably a good thing because there has been a lot of racism being hurled at each other on the field from certain players, and they do it behind a closed mouth, so it's very hard to prove. So I kind of get the reason for this rule. I just think it's hard to enforce it, and it's very subjective about when you're covering your mouth. That's the only problem. ESPN, okay, so Dominican Stud, we are playing a 3-4-2-1 that sometimes becomes a 4-2-3-1 in different phases of the game. To be honest, most of the time it looks like a 2-4-3-1 with Malik Tillman pushing up into the attacking midfield. And then you've got Alex Freeman basically pushes up and plays in midfield, and we basically just play 2 at the back because Serginho Dest and Anthony Robinson are so high. I will say, I know it sucks for Paraguay to have Almiron sent off, but Turkey have not looked like scoring this entire half. Literally. Now, I don't know if that's going to change here, but Paraguay are defending valiantly. Valiantly. Real simple. When talking to the other team, don't cover your mouth. I mean, I kind of agree. I don't think it's that hard to remember. Thank you, Pete. I'm a student, 3rd year tuition stress. Oh, you owe tuition for your 3rd year. Where are you going to college, man? And did you have to take out student loans for your tuition? This ref gave Mexico 13 minutes stopping time in CNL in CONCACAF Nations League versus Honduras. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. San Fran says, um, alternative idea versus Turkey front two. Pepe and Haji, dual eights, Gio and Tillman. Holding mid, Berhalter. Left wing back, Weah. Right wing back, Aronson. Back three, trusty Mackenzie Scally. Goalkeeper, Freese. Play it like true 3-5-2. Out. Um, yeah, I wouldn't hate that. But again, I don't think we should start Tillman. I think we rest everybody. If Turkey doesn't win today, I think we have to rest everybody. Just rest him. So I would replace Tillman with probably I would let Arfson play left wing back, and I would put Aronson in the midfield. But I don't hate your lineup. I don't hate it. If Turkey wins, how do we line up against them? If Turkey wins, then we still are not guaranteed to top the group, because if Turkey beats us, then they could top the group. So if Turkey wins, I would probably still bring on everybody that is not on a yellow card. So I would start Pepe. Instead of A-Rob, I would probably start Arfston I would start Weah. That's what I would do. I would start Weah at left wing back instead of A-Rob. And then I guess you'd have to start Mark McKenzie instead of Chris Richards. And then instead of Tyler Adams, Sebastian Berhalter. It would suck a little bit. But that's why we have to hope they just don't win so that it doesn't really matter. Have a great time in Bogota and Medallo. Great to visit. Just be careful with your drinks. Spiking is very common. Yikes. People spike your drinks? Like where? Like in a bar? Like if you're drinking in a bar, people will spike your drink? And why? Just to rob you? That's good to know. Soccer fans are crazy there. Yeah, we're going to go to a game. I think we're going to go to Independiente game while we're there. What a stupid rule. I hope Turkey lose. Look, I understand the spirit behind the rule. They were FIFA, UEFA, everybody was having a lot of issues with players saying racist things to each other behind a covered mouth. Generally speaking, I would say if you have to cover your mouth to talk to another player, why? If what you're saying is not racist, then you shouldn't have a problem saying it with the world watching. So even though I think you're right that you can't say for sure someone's being racist just because you cover your mouth, to be honest, I think it'll actually do a lot of good things for the game because I think it will cut out a lot of the racism. And guys, we see this a lot in Europe, a lot of times. Like the amount of times that there's like racism from players one to another in Europe, especially, it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. The only way we win if Turkey beats Paraguay and USA is if the US, Turkey, and Australia go into a three-way tie, because then it goes into goal difference between the three. Oh, that's that's right. It depends what Australia does though against if Turkey beats Paraguay and the USA. Well, Australia would have to beat Paraguay too. Australia would have to beat Paraguay. Yeah. So there's no guarantee Australia would beat Paraguay. But then, yeah, if it comes down to goal difference, because Paraguay, no. Oh, yeah, because Australia also beat Turkey. You're right. So it would go into a three-way tie because we each beat one other person. And then it would come to goal difference. Halftime. All right, guys, halftime. Yeah, that was a lot of added time. No, this ref is awful for sure. This ref is decidedly terrible. All right. No, the ref sucks. The ref is Ivan Barton. Literally, we see him in CONCACAF all the time. He's the absolute worst. Okay. World Cup odds from our sponsor. Okay, so Turkiye versus Paraguay, obviously not there. Netherlands, Sweden. Sweden at plus 380 to beat the Netherlands. I mean, Sweden destroyed Tunisia. We don't know how they're going to look against, the Netherlands, but at plus 380, that's an interesting bet. I think Ivory Coast at plus 500 is a very good bet to beat Germany. Because I know Germany looked great against Curacao, but they didn't look that great. And Ivory Coast looked pretty good against a very tough Ecuador team. I wouldn't put anything on poor Curacao against Ecuador. Saudi Arabia, Spain, no. I think Spain will be better in the second game. Cape Verde, Uruguay, who knows, but I doubt it. I think, honestly, if you're going to put anything, it's either this Ivory Coast one or Sweden versus the Netherlands. Those would be the two that I would look at. All right. It's a thought crime rule. If someone hears a racist remark, they can say so. Just make it a yellow card per offense. People cover their mouth to swear. Duh. Here's the problem. How do you prove it? Right? Let's say player A and player B are on the field and they're on different teams. Player A goes and covers his mouth and says to player B something racist. Now, player B runs to the referee and goes, he said something racist. How do you legislate that? Right? You can't really legislate it. That's the problem. The idea being, and I don't think this is the perfect solution, guys, but the idea being, if you cover your mouth, you have something to. People swear all the time. Like, I don't think you should need to cover your mouth to swear. You shouldn't. Like, if you need to swear, swear. Like, I swear on this thing all the time. But if you cover your mouth, the implication is that you have something to say that you don't want other people to see. And so, to be honest, I think it is kind of cowardly. Own what you want to say. If you're going to say something, say it. Right? I don't know. I don't think people really cover their mouth to swear. That I've seen people swear openly on the pitch. I don't think that's really a big problem. So you can't cover your mouth to talk to your teammates? No. That's not the rule. And this is where the rule, to me, has problems. Because the rule is, if you are in an altercation with another player, right, and then you cover your mouth, then you can get a red card. The problem is, with an altercation with another player is a very subjective thing, right? Who gets to decide if you were being friendly or if you were being slightly aggressive? Now you're starting to get into some very difficult territory there. And that's what I think is the problem with the rule. I understand the intent behind the rule. I just think that it might be enforced incorrectly, right? Because the referee is the one that gets to decide if you were in an altercation with another player. I don't know. I understand the spirit behind it, but I do think there has to be a better way to get racism out of the game. Because it keeps happening. It keeps happening, particularly in Europe, guys. You don't see it that much in the US, because American soccer, you do see it from time to time. It's much more. I mean, look, in Real Madrid, you have people doing monkey chants at Vini Jr. in the stands, right? You literally had that kid at Benfica. It happens all the time, So, I don't know. Unless they can prove Almiron made a racist comment, it shouldn't be a red. What is bro even calling a Turk? LOL. Here's the thing. First of all, you can come up with all kinds of racist things to call anybody. Dude, I lived in Thailand. They're racist. Everywhere I've lived in the world, I've seen racism. Racism is not unique. to the United States. It is not unique to white people, despite what some people want you to believe. I've seen that shit all over the world. So he definitely could have said a racist remark. Now, you're right. We don't know if he did or not. But everybody knew this rule going into the World Cup. This isn't a new rule that they made up right before this game. They made it clear. They said, if you do this, it's going to be a red card. Whether you agree with it or not, right? Whether you agree with it or not, Almiron knew this rule. He knew the rule, and he did it anyways. So who does he have to blame but himself? Whether you agree or disagree by the rule, he knew what the rule was, right? Everybody knew the rule. That's why you really haven't seen it so far in the World Cup. And disagree with the rule if you want, but it is the rule. So by the rules, you have to eject him. That's the rule. Okay. It goes beyond racism. You can be ejected/fined in other sports for your words, regardless of whether they are race related. It gets BS out of games. This is true. If you verbally assault the referee, he can literally send you off as well, even if it's not racist, right? Wouldn't Turkey be eliminated if they lose? Yes, if they lose, they are done for. They are done for if they lose today. Dembele is a racist, but cries about racism. I don't know if he's a racist or not. What did he do that was racist? Maybe he had an itch when talking to the player. Yeah, he had an itch right here. He was like, hey, I just want to talk to you, but I got an itch right here. Just put a mini microphone on each player. I mean, that's getting very weird. That's getting very intense. Which movies or shows did you work on? I do a lot of independent film. I've been on quite a few TV shows. Most notably, the one I did was Homicide Hunter, where I was a recurring in season 9. Clearly said something he didn't want the cameras to see. I agree. And that's why he covered his mouth. Whether it was racist or not, we don't know. But the rule existed before the World Cup. That was a rule. So he knew the rule. So if you break the rule, that's the consequence. Gecko2 became a YouTube member. Welcome, Gecko2. Pete, you missed my chat about the hood. About the hood. Where? The Turkish player running to the ref is a punk. I mean, look, dude, he's going to try to win the game. If the guy committed a red card worthy offense, if you were trying to win that game, let's be honest, you were trying to win that game and somebody committed a red card worthy offense, wouldn't you also want to go to the referee and be like, oh, he did this in order to help your team? I don't think the Turkish guy was anti-racist. I just think he was like, that's a red card offense. You should send him off. Right? Let's see. Wuxia Game Central. I will not be reading your super chat because I cannot endorse that attitude. Whatever worked for you, but I'm not going to read that publicly, okay? I think they can, yeah, I think Paraguay can bunker 100%. I think Paraguay can absolutely bunker. Nobody gives a fuck what you have to say. Pirate the fucking stream for us. Okay, bro. Take something, relax, tranquilo. Nobody's pirating the stream on YouTube for you. And despite the fact that you think nobody cares what I have to say, there are 23,000 subscribers on my channel that think differently. So you might be the odd guy out with your bizarre comment there. Where is Spicy Jeff? What do you think he's doing right now? To be honest, I don't think I want to know what Spicy Jeff is doing when he's not on the channel. I wonder if Almiron. I wonder if Almiron was mentioning which Twilight film he liked most. I liked how the ref sounded angry even when announcing the review of it. Wait, did a Turkish player cover his mouth too? Shouldn't the Turkish player covering his mouth, even going to red, constitute a red as well? Wait, what? I didn't see the Turkish player. Did he cover his mouth? Did he cover his mouth? If he did, then absolutely he should be sent off. But I don't know if he did or not. At least I didn't see him. If you guys saw him, then yeah, that's the problem. That is the game being officiated incorrectly, because now you're doing it for one but not the other. That's a double standard. If you're going to enforce that rule, you have to enforce it across the board or not at all. And this is the problem with the rule. He was miming it to show the ref. Oh, that's different then. If he was miming it to show the ref, then obviously he's not cursing at the ref. And if he's doing it, the ref is going to hear him. Okay? So he only did it. If he only did it to show the ref what he was doing, that's not what the rule is for. I guess Paraguay will be the example for the cup. I promise you, now that Almiron has been sent off, nobody will do it the rest of this World Cup. Nobody will do it the rest of this World Cup. I promise you that. Because every coach will tell their player, I don't care what you're doing, it's better safe than sorry, just don't cover your mouth. Almiron was talking about the Armenian genocide. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. All right. Y'all, I'm going to move past the racism discussion here. This is FIFA's rule, okay? And they have the rights to enforce it if they want. Agree with the rule or not, Almiron knew what the rule was. Almiron knew what the rule was, and he shouldn't have covered his mouth. Nobody else has done it yet. And hopefully they won't do it again. Please read the inappropriate comments. Appreciate you. Timothy, I will read inappropriate comments, no problem. But any comments that endorse things like racism or violence or things like that, I'm not going to read, okay? And that's just my personal belief. I'm not going to read that. Messi would get a penalty shot if he covered his mouth. Oh, God. Messi does seem to get a lot of calls. That is for sure. Almiron was mentioning about the Cambodia mafia. Oh, my God. Almiron is made example for both new rules. LOL. Wait, what's the other new rule he was made an example for? What's up, guys? How you doing? New people in the chat. Paraguay trying to throw this game for us. Wait, what's the other new rule that... the flopping. That's right. He got a yellow card for flopping. Wow, poor Almiron. It's been a rough World Cup for him, huh? The mistaken identity. That's right. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the mistaken identity one. But you know what? That we have to all agree is a good rule, because the flopping needs to get cut out of the sport. And really going back and reviewing a flop and giving the guy a yellow is exactly what needed to happen. Pete. Oh, Owen Couch. We've got a new member. Welcome, Owen. S27. Did I miss your super chat here? Couldn't we just mic up the players in the game? Here's the problem with that, S27. Who is listening to 22 mics? Number one. Number two, what if that audio is somehow leaked? Is that like there's tactics that are being discussed? Is that something that, do we have to go that far to mic up every single player? I feel like that becomes a little bit too much. And again, how many people are listening, and how do you know which player it is who said it, right? That seems, I don't know. Some people are saying the NFL does that. Do they mic every single player? They mic every single player? Like mic them up, yeah. It's 22 VARs. One per mic. Oh my God. Can you imagine? One per mic. Huh. Yeah, also you got to run with a mic. Come on. Like that to me that seems like a step too far. They mic like 1 to 2 players. Yeah. AI will be able to differentiate. I don't trust AI for shit. Fuck AI. I don't trust AI for anything. No. Stop trying to get us to collab with Spicy Jeff. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Guys, it's not hard. If the rule is don't cover your mouth, just don't cover your mouth. Whether you're saying something racist or not, if you're in an altercation with an opponent, don't cover your mouth. And I'll be honest, whatever you're saying, if you don't be a coward. If you're saying something, say it. And if there's nothing really wrong with it, you won't get punished. I don't understand. It's not that hard. All right. Second half is about to start here. Insane rule, though, we can disagree with the rule. Sure, you can disagree with the rule, but the rule exists, right? Pete, why do you hate Allen Iverson? I don't even know who Allen Iverson is. I mean, I know he's a basketball player, but that's about all I know. Turkey equals style over substance. Overrated. Dude, like, we thought they were going to be good. So far, they can't even beat Paraguay with 10 men. 10 men, and they still can't beat Paraguay after losing to Australia. Thank you, E. Bailey, for the super chat. You think Turkiye will win this game? Well, they've got 45 minutes here, and we will be heavily cheering for Paraguay. Yeah, trash talk is fine. Turkey's team is the equivalent of blue balls. Allen Iverson, Turkey is cooked, is called AI, and you said fuck AI. That's right. Oh, man, I don't. Yeah. Whoa! Shot from Turkey from distance. Grabbed. Turkey is dumpster fire. Hell's now. We ain't worried. I mean, yeah, but we don't want to have to play our guys. Look, having that extra game of rest for our top players, especially the way that we play with such a high press and such an intense counter press, that's going to do wonders for us in the final round, because there are very few teams that can afford that will have qualified in first after 2 games. So that means there will be a lot of teams that will have much less rest than we will. Paraguay is going to park the bus, and I hope they do so successfully. Turkey play Berhalter ball. Paraguay still winning. Yeah, exactly. Corner for Turkiye here. We're a hot team right now. You don't want them to lose their edge. Rest versus rust. I don't think they're going to lose their edge if they sit out one game. And you can bring a lot of them in for the last 20, 30 minutes of the game, too. You don't have to completely rest them the entire game. You can bring them in for the last 20, 30 minutes, but they just don't have to start the game. I think, personally, I think it's great to have the extra rest. The knockout round gets brutal. Games every 3-4 days. You have no recovery, very little recovery in between. Very little. Ooh, Turkey side netting. Yildiz. How do you try to officiate language when there are 3 to 5 different languages being used between players and refs? I mean, I just think that, first of all, the referees mostly speak in English. I'm sure these guys say stuff to each other in other languages that he doesn't understand. And you're right. I think it is really hard to ref languages. But there are certain, racist terms that are pretty universal. And look, guys, I'm so tired of talking about this. The rule is the rule. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, everybody knew this rule. He either forgot or decided it wasn't a serious rule and they weren't actually going to enforce it and did it anyways, and he got punished for it. And it sucks for Paraguay because they didn't do anything wrong. But the rule's the rule, right? Is that Cindy Parlo Cone? Who is that? Yeah, guys, we're going to talk about the game. He's been sent off. There's no point in bitching about it because it's done. It's done. Where do you watch your games? I'm currently watching on Fox 1 because that's the closest thing I have to the FOT mob. Oh, let me bring the FOT mob back up. Pete, can Paraguay hold on? Yes. 100% they can hold on. I think they can do it. Oh my God. Terrible touch from from Kadioglu. Man, Turkey still have not really created anything. They still have not created anything. Timer's here. Timer's here. If Paraguay wins, Turkiye is eliminated. So it will be fourth in the group versus first in the group if Paraguay wins this game. And I think they can hold on. Turkey have not, honestly, at no point have Turkey looked like scoring. Even a tie means we're first. Yeah. I think if Paraguay can get to the hydration break without conceding, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we only need a tie, guys. No, the Turks are terrible. They've created nothing this game. 50 minutes, nothing. Not one good chance. Aussie could still finish third in the group because lo and behold, Paraguay wasn't as bad as people assume. Yeah, everyone was saying Paraguay were trash after we thrashed them. Well, right now they're beating Turkey with 10 men. Oh, they're showing the Galarza goal. That's a great goal. Oh, it kissed the post on its way in. So, Steven Spada says, wait, we get first in the group with a Paraguay win. I thought it was only in the event of a tie. No. We get first in the group so long as Turkey do not win. If Turkey lose or draw, then we get first in the group. Can't the Socceroos still get fourth place? No, I don't. Well, technically, if Paraguay lose, no. Let's say Paraguay win here. So they lose. Let's say the Socceroos lose to Paraguay. They would only have 3 points. Yeah, technically, I guess if Turkey beats us, they would have 3 and the Socceroos would have 3. No, but then it would come to head, which means that Australia beat Turkey. So no, if they lose here today, it's over for Turkey. They're guaranteed fourth. They're eliminated. Yeah, head to head, the Socceroos would be ahead of Turkey. So actually, everybody else wants Turkey to lose today. The US, Paraguay, and Australia all want Turkey to lose today. Can Turkey and Australia both be eliminated from the tournament? Yeah. Yeah, because only 8 out of the 12 third place teams will make it, right? So if the Aussies get third, but they're one of the worst third place teams, then yeah, they could absolutely still be eliminated. Do you think the US are a dark horse now? I think we're a dark horse to go to make a deep run, but I got to be honest with you, our back line does not fill me with hope. Because I think to be a dark horse, you have to build on a very good defense. And it just doesn't seem like we have that. Are we really going to outscore our opponents every single time, even if it's a big team? I find that a little bit difficult. So, yeah, I don't want to call us a dark horse to win it, but we are a dark horse to go to make a deep run, right? Kadioglu. Foul. No, ref says play on. Oh, Paraguay in transition here. 2v2. Enciso, 1v1. Come on, Enciso. Finish them. No, he lost the ball. Dang. Morocco was barely able to beat Scotland. Yeah, that's true. They only won 1-0. Yeah, Enciso, I don't know what he was doing there. He telegraphed the cut inside way too easily. All right, here comes Turkiye. 55 minutes. Still no real chances on goal here for Turkiye. Ben de Rosia says, we need Belgium to not win their group. Our bracket would be amazing up until the quarterfinal. Wait, if Belgium don't win their group, aren't we more likely to face Belgium? I think we're more likely to face Belgium earlier on if they don't win their group, right? Am I wrong about that? Cross for Turkey. Nobody gets on the end of it, man. Turkey are just so predictable. Not if they finish second. Okay. We could face Egypt instead of Belgium in the round of 16 then. Ooh. So we could get Bosnia and then Egypt. And then the quarterfinal, we get a tough opponent. We'd face the winner of Group G. I'm going to get a Turkiye sandwich. Be right back. Bosnia, then Belgium. Belgium's going to be tough, guys. Our back line with Jeremy Doku running at it. Oof. Oh my God. Timothy, why are you doing this to me? It's 9:30 at night. I don't want to think about this. 22 Shaq Moores or 26 Miles Robinsons. Have to pick one. Probably 26 Miles Robinsons. Oh, 22 Shaq Moore. Oh, I thought you meant like 22 Shaq Moores. Oh, Turkey's volley over the top. I mean, look, I'd take the one that doesn't play, right? Are you saying I have to pick them as a starter or I have to pick them as a roster player? If it's a roster player, probably Miles Robinson over Shaq Moore. But if it's starter, oh boy, man, that's rough. As a starter, probably Shaq Moore because a right back is less likely to be, directly dangerous in the way that a center back is likely to be. But they're both bad. No question about it. Miles is more likely to give up a goal. Yeah, exactly. 22 Shaq Moores does not qualify to the World Cup. It definitely does not. It definitely does not. Turkiye are truly embodying the way their jerseys look. Yeah, they've been so bad, guys. They've created so little. Arda Guler has just had such an awful tournament. Shot from distance. Saved. Good save. Oh my God. A goal is empty. Oh, keeper grabbed it. Well done. Turkey looked cooked. Turkey looked cooked, man. And goalkeeper staying down to waste time and settle. Yeah. Ooh, good save from the keeper off the header. Then he came off his line. It was a bit chaotic there. He looked like he was going to lose the ball. Ismail got it, and the goalie was past it. Thankfully, they blocked it. Oh, my God. The dark arts Okay, Ismail and Yunus are off, and Chan Uzun is coming on. Yildiz ghosts more than Casper. Oh my God, 11 triple Gs or 11 potches? Not even a question, Ben DeRosia. Not even a question. Okay, can you explain the round of 32 potential matchups a bit? Let me pull up my bracket. I'm not exactly sure how it might look, guys, with the 30. I think round of 32, we could end up, I think we're likely to face Bosnia if Bosnia is one of the 3 teams. Let me see if I save the bracket here. Here, my dashboard, World Cup bracket. Okay, continue to third. So if we finish first in our group, okay, and then let's say Belgium finishes first in their group, and I had, let me see, what did I have? I had Canada finishing first in their group, which at this point likely to happen. I had, I'm sorry. I had Switzerland first, Canada second, Bosnia third, and Qatar fourth. And then it's just hard to know which of the teams goes through. But very likely, we would then play Bosnia. Very likely, we would play Bosnia in the round of 32. And then in the round of 16, we would likely play. Oh my God. Paraguay are really holding on. I can't believe Turkey can't beat them with 10 men. Forget beat them, draw. They can't draw with 10 men. Then we would technically face Belgium, guys. Very likely Belgium would be the next opponent. Now, if Belgium doesn't finish first, then you're right. Here's the thing. If we finish first, we are probably going to play third from Group B. Okay, we're likely going to play third from Group B. Right now, that's probably looking like Bosnia. Now, that could change because Bosnia might get third, but they also got thumped by the Swiss. So their goal difference is not very good. The other thing is, though, Bosnia still gets to play Qatar. And Qatar are losing. Shot from Turkey is dragged wide. Qatar are missing 2 of their starters who got red cards. They're completely cooked. So technically, we'll see if Bosnia gets third. If Bosnia is not one of the third place teams that goes through, then anything can happen. It could start becoming wide open. But very likely, if Turkey don't win this game, we would face Bosnia as our, stage 3 opponent, our round of 32 opponent. Then, very likely, it would be Belgium if Belgium wins their group. If Belgium doesn't win their group, it could be Egypt or Iran. It could be Egypt or Iran, and frankly, I do not in any way, shape, or form want to play Iran in this World Cup. Because that group would be very interesting. Oh, he's so excited to give out another yellow card, Ivan Barton. Literally one of the worst referees I've ever seen. He's so bad. Yeah, so basically Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand, that group. Now, it's a weird group because everybody right now has 1 point. Everybody in that group has 1 point. So it's a wild group, guys. Both coaches are on a yellow. Ivan Barton is such an asshole, man. He's so hard to root for in any way, shape, or form. He's like that. You know what he's like? He's like that substitute teacher or that security guard or that DMV employee. The person with so little power, right? So little power that they get drunk on whatever power they have and they become a dictator. Like if Ivan Barton ever became the dictator of a country, he would be an absolute nightmare. He would start like killing his own people probably. He's that type of guy. I know the type. You give them a little bit of power and they're so happy. They've got a fancy whistle and they can show people cards and they're on TV looking like the big man. And so they try way too hard to be like, shut up and listen to me. It's terrible man management, terrible leadership. This guy should be nowhere near a World Cup. Nowhere near a World Cup. I'm sorry. It's kind of a disgrace that he's there. We've seen this guy enough times to see how shitty he is. Tack, it's looking good.
Yeah, the thing for me is the red card.
The
I
rule
get
was the rule. Whether you
the
agree,
rule.
this dude, we've been discussing this for like half an hour, and the chat is very split. So whether you agree with the rule, you can give your take. My take is this: whether you agree with the rule or you don't, everybody knew about this rule. Now that they've enforced it, I promise you, it's probably never going to happen again.
Yeah, so a couple things for it. One, I think before you put this rule in the World Cup, you probably should have had it in club season, right? This is a short tournament and it can have massive implications. Second thing, we don't know what Miguel Miron said, but I don't think it was anything bad because that didn't seem like the reaction of the Turkish guy. He was just kind of like, hey, he covered his mouth. So,
But why did he cover his mouth? That's the question. I
well,
think,
a lot of the players are media trained and PR trained where they tell them cover your mouth regardless because they can do lip reading. He could be talking crap about a player, saying, "Man, that player's shit."
but
And you're like,
now they know
"Oh,
the rule. That's the
no,
thing.
no,
You
I'm
know the
just
rule.
saying it really affects in a negative way. I know everyone's gonna bring up it's like, yeah, yeah, we're fighting racism. You're not really fighting racism with this. You're just kind of censoring it. Racism's still there. That's not really how you fight it. I get it. The rule's the rule. He should have known better, but it just kind of like damages the game in this specific situation for no reason, right? In this specific situation. Obviously, there was the Vinicius one. There have been bad ones. So I get it.
My issue with the rule is the enforcement of it. Because the rule only applies if you're in an altercation. Like if you're saying something to someone friendly, you're allowed to cover your mouth. Who the fuck is going to decide if it's a friendly conversation or an altercation? That's where it gets very iffy to me.
Dude, he might have
So
just said that's not a foul. Because the thing is, a lot of the players are trained by even their agents or media guys, just like, hey, cover, so they don't do the lip reading after,
it
right?
could be habit. It could be habit because they've
It
done it for
had
so long, right? That's what I was worried about too. Out of habit, somebody does it without thinking. What is happening here?
his seemed like that, right? It seemed a little bit like habit. It doesn't feel like he said anything bad because the Turkish player wasn't really yelling at him the same way.
What the hell was that? Dude, it's Ivan Barton, our favorite referee.
No, he fucking sucks, dude. He shouldn't be in
He's
the
so
world.
bad.
It's he. One thing is for sure. Every time Ivan Barton is refing, the game is outstanding. Not for if you're a casual watch, not a casual. Sorry, if you're neutral. If you're
Yeah,
neutral, he lights
it's
up the
crazy.
game.
No, it's nuts. But dude, it is crazy that Turkey cannot beat Paraguay with 10 men.
Dude, they stink. Like UEFA, if you remove the top UEFA nations, everyone else is mediocre or terrible. Remove the top ones. They're legitimately like bad.
No, they are. 11 triple G's or 11 potches. Not even close. Not even close. Okay. What's wrong with playing Iran? It sounds beatable. No, 100%. Iran is very beatable. My problem with playing Iran is the entire game would become political and it would stop being about soccer. And Trump would get involved, and then the Iran, people would get involved, and it would be this whole war of words on Twitter, and it wouldn't even be about the soccer anymore. But for me, at least,
I
and
would
maybe
play
this
them. I
is
would
not the
love to
same
play
for
them.
everybody.
Yeah, I would
For
love to play
me,
them.
soccer is an escape from politics, and this game would be a completely political game, and the whole world would be rooting against the US. I just think it would completely take away from what the World Cup is supposed to be.
Not the whole world. I don't think the whole world. I think a lot of people would still root for the US, even though I don't think people want the US to go far. I don't care too much who we play in the first knockout game because as long as we finish first, which it looks like we will, it'll be a beatable opponent as long as we finish first. An
Yeah,
opponent
it
where we are
looks
the
like it's going
favorite.
to be Bosnia, right? If they finish third. Here's my question: what if Bosnia finishes third, but they don't make the top 8 teams? Then who does it
Then
go to?
then it's one of those other groups, right? The problem is I think one of them would be like Germany's group, which could be Ecuador or Ivory Coast. Probably Ecuador. Ecuador,
we don't want that.
yeah, Ecuador is beatable, but here's the thing: like the way we played today, I don't think we score on Ecuador. That's the problem.
Do
Well,
they
they don't
score on
score
us?
either. They don't score either, though. So.
It becomes a 0-0 draw and goes to penalties.
Wait, I like it with Matt Freeze. I like our odds there.
All right. Dos Acero shirts need to be cotton/polyester blend. Way better. Please make it happen. 100% cotton sucks. Everyone knows this. Love your show. Oh, Timothy, I haven't looked at the store in years. Honestly, I sold those back in 2021. I know they are pure cotton, but they're the ones that make the jerseys. I'm sorry if it's cotton. I wouldn't recommend getting only cotton because it is a bit stiff. My apologies for that. I don't really monitor the store anymore, and I haven't for a very long time. I'll probably start taking it out of the description so people don't go there, because I haven't really looked at that store in about 3 or 4 years, honestly. But yes, if I make new merch, I would definitely make them polyester for sure. Spicy Jeff's favorite ref. I don't even know if Spicy Jeff likes this guy.
No, he likes Katya. He likes Katya.
He likes Katya. That's right.
Katya was in our game today.
Yeah, Katya replaced the muscle.
She was the backup. She was the backup. Yeah, the fourth ref.
You should do one channel, dynamic duo, gruesome twosome. Look, people have said this to us before. We both have our own schedules and also our own styles, and we work closely together, but we're not going to ever merge the channels into one. We're still going to have our own channels. You guys want more than one channel, right? You want different voices having, doing things their different ways.
Also, what's the point of us doing one if we already pretty much work together on what you guys want us to cover together, right? So
yeah, think about it this way. Now you guys get 2 streams a day, one from me and one from Tack. If we're in the same channel and we're both just in the one stream, you probably get more content because it's 2 different channels. Put it that way. Tack, my friend says that you're very beautiful.
Thank you. And then next super chat's like, my friend's name is Jeff.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Spicy Jeff.
Okay. This is absolute nonsense. They were asking me if we would do a twerk off if the U.S. make the quarterfinal with Spicy Jeff as the judge, and I said absolutely not.
Look, if you guys pay us each $1 million, we'll twerk it off.
$1 million super chat, you'll get a twerk off.
Because then we can just disappear after.
Yes. And people will be clowning us, but we will not care. We will disappear forever. Okay, if you could replace Roldan and Miles with 2 other Americans from MLS, who would it be? They're only there for MLS propaganda. That's a great question. Honestly, from MLS, I would probably bring Xavier Gozo just because he's something different, and maybe Kevin Sullivan. Because, listen, you don't need Miles as a center back. We already have 6 center backs without Miles, if you include Joe Scally as one of the center backs, right? Roldan is completely useless, so you might as well give it to young players. You might as well give those 2 spots to young players. In real life, I would probably give it to maybe George Campbell. No, I would give it to Aiden Morris and Tanner Tessman. I would take Miles and Roldan off, and Morris and Tessman would have gotten the spots. But if it was from MLS, it would be Gozo and probably Kevin. All right. Between languages, what's your view on the oh man, look, I don't know, maybe you're new here. I gave the chat is split. I gave my opinion about it, Tat gave his. But where we all agree is the rule is the rule. If they tell you the rule and you do it, you're going to get a red card. I have a feeling this is going to be the last red card in the World Cup for this, because now that they've enforced it, I imagine nobody else is going to do it. But I'm not going to keep talking about this because I already spent about half an hour talking about this.
I could see a player from Argentina putting his hand on his. I could see him covering his
and then
mouth.
Not getting red carded.
Argentina, like, no.
Argentina, they're like, no, the rules don't apply.
They're just gonna say, no. Argentina doesn't get a red for covering their mouth. They're like the least racist country. So
yeah, they never have any issues with racism whatsoever. All right, guys, it's looking good. We're 17 minutes away from topping Group D. And by the way, Tack, the last time we won 2 group games at a World Cup was in 1930. And I'll be honest, I don't
Doesn't
put a
count.
lot of stake in a World Cup where there's 12 teams. It's just, I'm sorry, it's nothing. In the modern era, the U.S. has never won. In the post-World War II era, the U.S. has never won 2 group games. That's incredible. We've already won 2, and we have a good chance to beat Turkey. Dude, Turkiye has created nothing this whole game against a 10-man Paraguay. Nothing. Yeah, Poch made history 100%. Who do you think would win between Paraguay and Australia, Tack?
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. Maybe at the end of this, we could give our starting lineup. If Turkey don't win and we know we top the group, we could maybe give our starting lineups. Or do you want to save that for the previews?
The U.S. lineup?
Yeah, for the Turkey game.
Trying to think. Well, I would keep Matt Freeze on goal.
Yeah. But I would change everyone else.
Yeah, I think everyone else. Maybe I would start Pepe, actually. I would start Pepe.
Yeah. No, because Pepe's not going to start in the knockout round, right? If everyone's healthy. I would start Pepe up top for sure. Oof, cleared.
So probably Weah on the right wing back. McKenzie.
I would put McKenzie, Scally, and Trusty as the back three.
Barfston on the left wing back. Berhalter and Brendan Aronson?
I would put Berhalter and Aronson as the double pivot, and then Gio and Zendejas as the attacking midfielders. I still would not bring on Miles or Roldan. I don't even want them on the field when it doesn't matter. Okay, would you keep Arfston and Berhalter too? Yes. Because if it's MLS players, they're fine as MLS players. Who else are you going to bring from MLS to replace Arfston and Berhalter? Like, I don't think they're great players. But if you're having to pick from MLS players, no, I'd keep them.
The way this game is going, Turkey could pull a draw, but I don't see them pulling a comeback win.
I don't even know. I mean, they could pull a draw, but they have just created so little. You know? How are you feeling about Brazil? How did they look against Haiti? I didn't see the game.
Terrible.
Oh, they looked bad, huh?
Well, it was 3-0, but it was like awful first 20 minutes. Then they just kind of out-talented Haiti, which you expect, right? Like,
sure.
The second half, Brazil just didn't want to play. They were just like, whatever, it's 3-0. So I even ended the stream early. I was tired as fuck. My throat was exhausted from talking. And I was like, it's 3-0, and Brazil didn't show up to play in the second half. Like I swear, they did not want to play in the second half. Haiti almost scored twice in the second half.
No.
Yes.
What? Dude, Brazil, how embarrassing would that be?
They didn't want to play. I think Rafinha might be done also for the World Cup. He felt something.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, they're not going to win the World Cup if Rafinha's gone. That's crazy. All right, guys. I'm going to do a quick plug for the Patreon here. The Australia-USA breakdown will be out tomorrow on Patreon, guys. Starts at $3 a month if you want to check it out. It's a way to support the channel, and you get a bunch of free extra content like player comps, like live streams with me that are just for Patreon, Q&As, ticket raffles for USMNT game. We're going to start doing raffles probably come, the friendlies and the upcoming Nations League games. I might just do that for the Patreon. buy one ticket and then raffle it off for Patreon supporters. It starts at $3 a month, guys. That's less than a cup of coffee. So if you want to check it out, click the link in the description below and check it out so you can watch the Australia breakdown tomorrow. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I just don't feel like Turkey's going to score here. Like, at no point in this game have they made me think, oh yeah, they're going to score for sure.
So Turkey now is going towards 2 games in the World Cup with 0 goals scored, 180 minutes, no goals.
180 minutes. And for at least 55 of those minutes, they were against 10 men.
Mm-hmm.
In a relatively easy group, too.
Part of it being easy is because they're in the group.
Yes. Who do you think has been the worst team so far?
In the World Cup? Well, Curaçao for sure so far. Curaçao for sure.
At least Curaçao scored a goal on Germany.
Yeah, but they didn't look even like a pro team. It's like Curaçao's been terrible. Qatar horrendous. Qatar, South Africa bad, but second game they looked a little bit better than those two we mentioned. Tunisia was really bad, but they might have been having issues with their coach, right? Because they fired him and got Herve. So probably Curaçao and Qatar are probably the top 2 worst teams.
Yeah. San Fran comes up with another big one, another big chat here. If Turkey lose, front 2, Haji and Pepe, okay. Dual 8s, Gio and Aronson. Holding mid, Berhalter. Left wing back, Zendejas. Right wing back, Weah. Back 3, Trusty McKenzie Scally. Goalkeeper, Fries. That's an interesting one. Zendejas as a right wing back, I'm not so sure about. Berhalter at left wing back, I don't think that those are their positions. I think you got to stick with the people that play in their positions for the most part, San Fran. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because, just wide from Turkiye.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. Oh, because I'm watching it on Peacock.
Yeah. Turkey reminds me of Berhalter ball. Honestly, I think Berhalter ball was worse, guys. Do you remember how shit Berhalter ball was?
We scored 3 goals in 4 games in the World Cup in 2022.
And one of them was an accident.
One was an accident. The other one, Pulisic scored with his balls. Only 1 goal was actually a goal. Yeah, actually, Pulisic's Iran goal was a nice goal. Actually,
no, it was a nice goal. It was a well-crafted goal, but 1-0 against that Iran team was not good. It was not good. Tack, are you doing any streams tomorrow? I don't think I'm going to do any streams, guys, just because I have we have to work on the Patreon video, and today is a lot. We have to also keep our voices, in good shape.
I think I looked at the schedule. I think Saturday and Sunday are good days. I mean, if you want to do a stream, also we can, but those are 2 good days to kind of recover for the last round, the group stage, the knockout rounds. Because, for example, guys, the knockout rounds, our goal is to cover every single game.
Yeah.
We'll be live here or live there somewhere. So this is probably the last 2 days we'll be able to rest before that. Because then after that, also the last round, the group stage is going to be crazy. So we want to be covering everything. So ultimately, I'm going to rest probably Saturday and Sunday. I have 2 videos that I'm going to release tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm essentially going to be off. Just going to watch it, go on Twitter, Instagram, but I'll be... Are you streaming anything?
No, tomorrow I got to work on the Patreon video. Then I'm going to go for a hike in the evening, get out of the city, get some fresh air. I'm getting cabin fever being in my room for so long every day.
That too.
And then Sunday, I might stream one. I'll see.
I don't know. Did you see the games? It's like Spain and Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, Cape Verde, Belgium, Iran, and New Zealand, Egypt. These are great games to watch. I'm not streaming it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow either, guys. We also have to rest and keep ourselves healthy. Also have to work now on the preview, the Turkiye preview.
I was going to say that. You probably have to work on that soon because the game is a day earlier.
It's a day earlier. It's on Thursday instead of Friday.
Yeah. So, no, definitely no live streams on Saturday, Sunday. I'll probably be back with live streams on Monday with Argentina, even though I don't know how much I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. $85 guys. We're probably 10, 11 minutes away from finishing first in our group with a game to spare.
Ooh, Paraguay almost scored.
Yeah. Someone's asking who's been the most disappointing team this World Cup. So in order to disappoint, you have to have some level of hype, right? So I would say the most disappointing team so far has actually been Turkiye. Is there any team that you thought was going to be good or but was significantly underperformed expectations? Ooh, Turkey almost
So
scored.
it's
That's good
tough
defending.
because it's tough because some of them only played a game. Like I would say Spain was a massive disappointment. Spain. But it was
That's
one
true.
game. They'll bounce back, right? So I'm trying to think. I was gonna say Brazil also is a disappointment, but they tied Morocco and they beat Haiti. So you're kind of like, isn't that more or
Yeah.
less what you would expect? Um Disappointment. Let me look at the groups here because I don't want to put Spain. They played one game.
Yeah, one game. I think we might have to answer this question after everybody's played 2 games. But I would say so far the most disappointing has been Turkey.
I guess out of the teams that played 2 games,
They've
yes.
lost 2 games in a row, have not scored, including against 10 men. And they just pot shots from distance every time. Arda Guler, that's all he does. Takes the ball and shoots from distance.
Yeah, from like 40 yards out. I would say Portugal was a big disappointment too
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
looking like they'll die on the Ronaldo hill.
It's insane to me.
Dude, Arda Guler is. I don't watch Real Madrid that often. I watch some of their games, but this guy's looking a hell
How
lot
does he play
over.
for Real Madrid? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, what does he do? He just cuts to his left and shoots, and it's not. The shots are not even good, and he's
No.
also not very athletic. Like he doesn't track back as well.
And he looks like he's a high schooler.
Yeah, well, he's not very athletic. He's not a. I know you don't need to be a big athlete to be a good soccer player, but he's also not very fast. Like Messi's small, but he's quick, right? He's able to blow
Yeah.
by you. This kid can't do anything.
Yeah.
He seems more like a Real Betis player.
Yeah. Maybe a Real Sociedad.
That might be too high of a level for him now. They're a bit better.
Does this 10-man performance from Paraguay make you feel even better about our offensive performance in the first game? Yes. Or is Turkey just allergic to scoring, so no, it doesn't move you? I think it's probably a little bit of both. This Turkey team is awful. We saw that against Australia. But also the fact that they can defend this well with 10 men and we put 4 past them easily and created at least 3 other chances. Yeah, it does make you feel very good about us. It also makes you feel like the fact we didn't create many chances against Australia is interesting because Australia feels like it means they did a really good job defensively. We were also missing Christian Pulisic. I actually think we would have scored at least 1 or 2 more goals if Pulisic was on the field. I just think he opens up the game in a way that Australia could do nothing about. Does it? So yeah, that's my honest opinion. Thank you, AJ. Paraguay shithousing. Yeah, they are. 3 minutes until 90 minutes left, and then we may very well be champions of Group D with a game to spare.
Pete, I might go here now that there's 2 minutes and this is pretty much resolved because I might record a short for Instagram and then go to bed to rest for 2 days. Just watch games, enjoy. Also, for one thing for me and Pete, when we don't have to stream, we can sit down, relax. We can actually enjoy the World Cup a bit more. Less work.
Yeah.
So
It's
this
like you guys
weekend,
have no idea how much nonstop work it is. Because it's not just the streams. It's thinking of ideas for videos, shooting those videos, editing those videos, right?
analyzing, right? You watch the game and
Analyzing, thinking of what to say, scripting them. right? Then we're also on Twitter, right? So you're interacting with people and you're making tweets,
Ooh,
or emailing back and forth with sponsors. It's almost a full-time job that we don't get paid for.
Did you see that? He just missed the goal from like 5 yards out.
Yeah, literally 5 yards. Bro, he's right there. How? What? Oh, the Turkey fans are like, oh my God.
All right, I'm gonna go here. See
All right. Sounds good. See you, dude. Turkiye is allergic to scoring. I know. Clearly. I mean, he was offside. Yeah. But they're just not going to score. At no point have I felt like Turkey was going to score. I just haven't. Enciso, watch Enciso blow by him, and oh my God, Enciso's going to score another one. Oh my God. Shot blocked. Turkiye pick up the loose ball. 500 likes? No, guys. There's 1,300 people in the chat. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's see if we can hit 1,000. See if we can hit 1,000 likes, guys. Seven minutes of extra time, guys. 7 minutes of extra time. Paraguay being Paraguay. Arnold says, Pete, who is number 19 for Paraguay? Number 19 is Enciso. That's Enciso, their best player. Enciso. What do you guys think of the rise of Alex Freeman? Some people on Twitter want him for Liverpool. Whoa, guys, whoa. I want him to stay at Villarreal. He just got to Villarreal. He has not even earned a starting spot at Villarreal yet. Very promising World Cup, very promising player. He should not be going to Liverpool at this point in his career. He has so far to go. Like, he has to go earn a spot for Villarreal before he can even think of the top. The Premier League is such a punishing league, and maybe he can play there one day. Maybe one day he can play there, but he is not ready. He's not even, he couldn't even start for Villarreal. He started 2 games. He's got so far to go. So far to go. Turkiye really coming up against this 10-man Paraguay low block. Arda Guler, little ball in behind, crosses it. Gustavo Gomez is pushed as he tries to clear it. And they're going to waste time now. Ivan will let it go 10 minutes. Look how long it took for Richards to earn a spot in the Premier League. Yeah, it's tough. And Richards was in the Bayern Academy when he was a teenager, right? Yeah, Poch says he's the best in his world at his position. He also said that Roldan is the perfect player. So I don't think anything, I don't take Poch's opinion on it that seriously. I watch the guy play. I think he's a very promising young player. And I think the move to center back has really helped him because he's a much better center back than he is a right back. But no, I don't think he's ready to play for Liverpool. Just go and earn a starting spot at Villarreal. That's step one. Go do that. Poch is going to hype up his players. He's going to say what he has to say. Poch is prone to hyperbole. He says that very hyperbolic things a lot. But he's not the best in his position in the world. Not even close. Not even top 10. Not even top 20. Can't Paraguay and Turkey fix for a draw, 4 points each. What? No, if they fix for a draw, it would be 1 point each. Both of them have 0 points right now. If they fix for a draw, it's 1 point each. 1 point. All right, Paraguay with a throw in. We're 4 minutes into extra time, guys. Oh, you're saying he said he could be one of the best. Could be one of the best. Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. Who knows what development can look like? I don't know if he can be one of the best, but definitely very promising. Maybe top 20. Funny, everyone predicted Turkiye will top the group. I predicted we would top the group. Turkiye lose and they are out. Yeah, Turkey lose and they're out. Doesn't matter what happens in that final game. So it'll be kind of a dead rubber game, but we'll get a chance to look at some of our depth and rest some of our starters and see what we look like. And it should be a very fun game, regardless. Oh, man, Paraguay are like attacking now. They're like, we're going to get a second one. Paraguay gets this win. That means Australia and Paraguay are going to be fighting hard in that final game for 3 points. Because both of them are going to want second. Foul. Arda Guler, what was that? All right. Turkiye has literally a minute and a half, guys. Literally a minute and a half. Shot blocked. Ball over the top. Paraguay head down. So close now, guys. All right, guys. It looks like. Who are we rooting for to finish second in the group? Australia or Paraguay? I think for me, Australia. I mean, not Australia. For me, Paraguay. Because the Australians have just had such loud mouths. Such loud mouths. Revenge for Constantinople. Wow, you're going a really long time back for that one, huh? CONMEBOL Dark Arts is too strong. You think Turkiye will be scared to face us? I don't think so. It's not going to matter. And they know they're going to face the B team. And Turkiye is already going to be out. So I don't think they're going to be scared. I think it could be one of those dull, 0-0 dead rubber games, to be honest, where nobody wants to get hurt. So the game lacks real intensity about it. It's going to be a weird game, guys. It's going to be a weird game, but we'll get a chance to look at some of our substitute players and see how they look. Get yourself some pad thai. Thank you very much, Wazwolf. Appreciate it. We hate watch Turkiye. Guys, we're a minute and a half past the extra time. This Ivan Barton guy, he cracks me up so much. He cracks me up so much. He's so crazy. Can you imagine the U.S. gets him for one of the games? Ball in, punched away by Paraguay, shot from distance, dragged wide. That'll be a goal kick. Surely now it's over. Game over. Game over. It is official. The USMNT, the Yanks, top Group D in World Cup qualifying with a game to spare, having beaten Paraguay 4-1 and Australia 2-0. It is historic. For the first time in history, where they have an entire game to spare in the group stage. It won't matter the result now against Turkiye. In the final games, we can rotate, we can rest our starters, and we can get ready for the absolute nightmare that is going to be the knockouts. The USA topped the group. A very, very successful World Cup so far. A very successful hate watch so far. Congratulations to all of the fans, everybody in the chat, everybody who's stuck with this team, who's suffered through the Greg Berhalter years, who suffered through Kuva, who suffered with the last cycle. You've been through so much, and now with just 6 points, we are confirmed to top the group. Turkiye is out. They're out. It is over for them in the World Cup. It'll be a dead rubber game, but we'll get to watch our B team, right? Our substitutes, our alternatives, as Poch likes to call them, play against Turkey, hopefully. So we'll definitely talk about it more in the preview for the USA Turkey. But in the meantime, guys, excited for Miles and Arfston. Sarcasm. Oh boy. Roldan and Miles are 100% going to start that game, aren't they? Well, we won the group, guys. Let's focus on the positive here. Let's focus on the positive. We won the group. Tomorrow I'm not going to do any streams because I'm going to be working on the Australia Patreon video. So check that out if you want. Link is in the description below. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for hanging. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And thank you to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Last super chat from Ben DeRosia says, amazing day to be a Greek American. Fair. All right. See you guys. I'll see you maybe Sunday for one of the streams. Sunday or Monday. Have a good one.